Alright, so let's bring you guys in here to... I haven't tried this recipe, but I know it's gonna work out and it's gonna taste good. We're gonna do Cannabutter deviled eggs. We're gonna see how that is in the end too. We'll taste test that and see if it's a good recipe. But this is just one of the new recipes that I'm gonna try to play with on this new series of CannaCookin. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start by hard boiling 12 eggs. So I'm going to take 12 of these out, hard boil them, because then we got to cool them off. So take a little process before we get to that point of actually starting it. During that time, I'm going to leave the Cannabutter out of the fridge because it needs to be room temperature. Now I got all 12 eggs in there. I set the timer for 12 minutes. We'll boil these up and we'll go from there. Once they're boiled up, I'll take them out and we'll chill them. First a little bit of room temperature, and then we'll put them in the fridge just let them cool off, so we don't shock them too much. I I made the mistake of just trying to put the egg directly in there without a spoon, and I busted 2 of them, so that sucks. But now we're good to go. So the next step that I did was I filled it up with cold water and I pulled them out individually. Now that they're in the container, or in the bowl I should say, I'm just going to put them in the fridge and allow them to chill out for a bit before I start working on the rest of the recipe. So the next thing I gotta do is take the 12 eggs and peel them all, and once we get them all peeled, we'll bring them over to the next station where we have to cut them in half, and then we'll go from there. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our egg, we're going to slice it straight down the center. Then we're just going to scoop out and put it into our mixing bucket. So now that we've gotten all the yolks out of the whites, I'm gonna add my Cannabutter now. So this is where the butter replacement is. The regular recipe calls for just regular butter. This we throw in the Cannabutter. I've already basically softened it with my fingers so it's almost mushy, so it'll probably just fall right in. Yeah, there we go. And I'll have to work that in. I'm gonna work it in with a fork and until it's smooth. At this point, we're gonna add a little pepper to it. I don't mind the black pepper because it gives a little speck to it. It's gonna give it a little bounce, the flavor. And then a little Himalayan pink salt. From that point, we'll add 1/3 of a cup of mayo. And then we'll use the blender to mix it from this point because we're going to get a creamy consistency. So the next step is to use, this is going to be a perfect small spoon. I just got to scoop it and put it back into the eggs. And when I'm all done with that, I'll just dash a little paprika on top to finish them off. To put you on a time lapse, and I'll do that. And there we go. That's a pretty easy snack to make, actually. If you just takes a little bit of time through the stages, but all in all, pretty easy. And very good. That is actually very good. I'd make that one again.